Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust him cause he not my. Cause he worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures. Just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Move out there. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And this returnable for Hines. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. trailing in the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. There's the former Viking, Stephon Diggs. On the move past the 40, down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good. And he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. He'll get it inside the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Ed Oliver through the line and hitting him for the loss. A rare misstep on that last play, because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st, as he can only get this to the 30. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Cousins. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Fourth down, Cousins. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson from 13 yards out. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now the rookie's free. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one.
I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Cousins. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Hines now on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Cook up the gut, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Oh, what a play by Andrew Booth. Got to him quickly, kept him from even getting back to the line.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield, but he's playing run all the way here.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. On play action, Allen going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as they have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Monte Nicholson picks it, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll give to Cook on the read option. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 22.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Allen taking it himself, and he is going to have a Bills first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. The Bills at 6-2 to start play. And they come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 92 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Cook. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them...
Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
And you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Vikings now to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to take over at their own 41.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Hall.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Allen going to throw. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal. Not much time left.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 125 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And again, it's Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Cook fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They got it.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
All right, now here we go.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw, Cousins. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Allen's throw is complete.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Following the interception, Cousins. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That sack doesn't change their offensive game plan. They always want to air it out and try and get the ball downfield quickly. They're going to have to block a little bit better, though, because the urgency and pressure just increase. Twice the distance now just to get a first down and 1 less down to try and get it.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. 4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago, and it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. To the air, Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. He's going to pick up the first down and then. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
The slot man in motion right. Now a give running right. It's Cook. Taken down at the 30.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he is going to have a Bills first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held